And it's time for the third quarter-final in the AF Lager Championship. Let's have a look at the table. So we are now, the semi-final is already in full swing. We've already got the first pair of semi-finalists, the Stella Artois against the Warsteiner. But how is the second half going to look? Well, the first slot in the second semi-final will be filled by one of these two beers. So on my left, I've got the Madri. So far, quite an impressive beer. This is one that I've really enjoyed, and it's been one of the big hitters. And it's actually going to be up against another big hitter, the Bitburger 0.0, the Bitburger Drive. Well, these are both, if I remember, quite impressive alcohol-free lagers. So it'll be interesting to see which one of these two comes out victorious. Anyway, let's get them poured out into glasses, and we can get the taste test underway. Okay, beer's poured. Let's have a little look at these two. So before we have a look at these two, let's tell you which one is which. So this is which one is which. Okay, that's which one's which. Let's have a look at them and see what they look like. So they look identical. They're both fairly amber in colour. I wouldn't even say pale straw with a hint of amber. They're not kind of full on amber, but they are ambery, orangey lagers there. They both look identical. They don't really look any different. Possibly this one's a tad lighter, but I can't tell which. I would have thought, with Madri being a Spanish style beer, Bitburger being like a Pilsner, I would have thought the Bitburger would have been lighter in colour, but clearly not the case. Heads have dissipated quite a bit. Let's swirl this one around. Not that much. And get a nose on it. Here we go. So that smells a bit zesty, teeny bit malty, smells quite fresh, smells a little bit kind of powdery, which is a strange thing to say about beer, but that's what I'm getting on the nose, almost like a powder of some description. Yeah, it smells alright, smells a bit lemony, smells quite dry. Interesting. Yeah, smells quite fresh, smells okay. Smells a little bit salty. What about this one? Okay, that one smells maltier. A bit of sweet kind of syrup, honey notes there. A little bit something medicinal in the smell there, which is strange. Smells grassy, which is not a lot of these smell that grassy, but this one does. Got a bit of a grassiness to it. The more I'm smelling it, the more I'm enjoying the nose. Both of these have got decent noses on them, really. There's a little bit something that's sweet, almost confectionery, kind of, in the smell there as well. Yeah, definitely. Almost like hard sweets in the smell, which is odd. But yeah, both have interesting noses. Yeah, but they're very, very different noses indeed. I'm going to have to pretend I don't know which is which out of these, aren't I? But we'll see what the taste brings. Thing about these alcohol-free beers, it's very hard not to know which is which. Especially the way they've been matched up. I won't be able to tell a Perlenbacher from a Rheinbacher, but I can certainly tell the difference between these, I think. So let's taste this one anyway. Let's pretend I don't know what it is. So here we go. Cheers. So, very dry and quite bitter. Got a little bit of a biscuity aftertaste there. Not a huge amount of flavour in the middle. It reminds me of the Beck's Blue, actually. This will be an interesting one, I think, to taste against the Beck's Blue, because it is very similar, I think, in flavour. It's obviously trying to be the same kind of beer. It's going for a Pilsner, and maybe if you go for an alcohol-free Pilsner, this is the kind of flavour you get, maybe. It is very kind of Beck's Bluey, but it's a bit more bitter than the Beck's Blue. It's got a nice bit of bitterness on the end. There's not a huge amount of flavour in the middle. Again, a bit of that zestiness. A little bit of sweetness, but only a tiny bit. Quite a lot of bitterness on the tongue. If you like it bitter, this is by far the most bitter out of all the alcohol-free lagers that I've tasted in this taste test. So let's see what this one's like then. Here we go. Cheers. So this one is it's not as bitter. It's got a bit of maltiness in the flavour. Not hugely brimming with flavour, I won't lie. A little bit of a bready aftertaste. A little bit of dirtiness in the taste. But quite light in flavour at the same time. It's a hard one, this. I've got to say, it is a hard one. Neither of these are particularly brimming with flavour. That one, it doesn't taste alcohol-free, but there is a little something wrong with the flavour, I think. It's not... It tastes like a Spanish lager, but kind of gone wrong a bit and watered down. Is what I'll say about that. It's not amazing. This one's not amazing either, but I'm getting a little bit of malt in the middle there. It's really crisp. It's really refreshing. It's nice and dry. It's got some bitterness. Packs a bit of a punch. Just would like a little bit more flavour in the middle there. A little bit of maltiness in the middle, but a little bit of biscuitiness. Neither of these are giving me a particular much of an aftertaste, really. Yeah, you're getting a little bit of a biscuity aftertaste on this one. It's just hard because there's so much bitterness. It's hard to kind of find it, but it does come in eventually. I'm getting a bit like apple in the flavour of this one. I mean, this one disguises the fact it's alcohol-free incredibly well, I think. But I think this one's better. So I'm going to put this one through, I think. It packs more of a punch, gives you a bit more reason to drink it. This one, there's just something not quite right with the flavour. This one's bitter, it's crisp, it's clean, it's smooth, it's nice and dry. It's got a little bit of an aftertaste. It's not way better, but it is better. So I'd say this one's a bit better than this one. This one's going through. It's got to be the Bitburger. That's got to be the Madri. Let's find out, and I will be right back. So, as I was saying, some of these beers, you just know which one's which, don't you, really? That's Madri. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, that. If you know, obviously I'm holding these in my mouth, and I'm savouring them. You're not going to do that. This is a decent alcohol-free beer, I think. It's light in flavour, but the flavour there is there's a bit of malt, there's a bit of kind of apple, if you like that, in your beers. I don't know what that's a good thing, a bad thing, or whatever. You get a little bit of breadiness on the aftertaste. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But this one, it just speaks to me more. It's the Bitburger. It's, I say, there's quite a lot going. It's nice and bitter. It's got a lot of dryness. At the end of the day, it's about what you prefer in your lagers, whether you like a nice dry lager, if you like something that's a little bit sweeter, a little bit maltier. I mean, comparing these lagers, it's a little bit like comparing chalk and cheese, really. They have very different styles, and I think they both do a decent job at being the style they tried to be. On this occasion, the Bitburger won. I can't say that on a different occasion. This one, this one wouldn't have won, because this is, it's as good as this. I think these are both equally good. Just this one is, this one's winning today, basically. So there you go. So goodbye, Madri. The next slot, the third slot out of 4 in the semi-final, is the Bitburgers. So the Bitburger has taken that third slot. So what's the other one now? It's we've got the Lost Lager against the Asahis. That's going to be very interesting, isn't it? So Lost Lager against the Asahi. So that will help us find out what the last slot will be filled by. We will find that out in the next one. But anyway, until then, have a good one.